Alrighty, good evening, everybody. One second here. Yo. All right, perfect. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get these other streams started real quick. Like, just getting TikTok up. There we go. Alrighty, so hope you guys had a wonderful day. Crazy day. We had a lot of movement. Finally breaking about a week's worth of consolidation after comments from Fed Chair Powell. So we're going to go over that now. We're going to go over the news. We're going to go over the economic data for the rest of the week, which definitely slows down. And then we will also be going over. Hold on one second. Um, that should be in. I think. I'll check in just a second. And then we're gonna go ahead and go over the watch list and price predictions for tomorrow. So if you guys are on TikTok, make sure to tap your screen. If you guys are on YouTube, you can hit that like button. I appreciate it. All right, one second. Hold on one second. Trying to find my update real quick. 29th. That's not good. One second, guys. I'm trying to find my email here. You had that 407 call for SPY. I did, man. That shit hit pretty hard. One second. I'm gonna restart this TikTok. All right, there we go. Just checking. Oh no. I'm having an issue right now with one of my web pages. All right, there we go. All right, stream is fixed on TikTok, guys. November 29th. Huh. Sorry about this, guys. I usually have a setup update here, but there is none. So I'm trying to make sure that I didn't go and delete it or something like that. It doesn't look like we did. So it might just be that we just don't have one. All right. So overall, we'll just go ahead and go over this by just one by one. So we saw the S&P up today, guys, ripping all the way up to 407. We saw the Qs moving all the way into the 293 mark, finally breaking up and above that level. This is all part of the plan. We, I think it was the Dow also saw a pretty good day as well. That is not the right ticker. Oh, that's right. It just goes Dow. So I think that one lagged a little bit, but other than that, guys, I don't have any headlines for you guys because usually all of this is consolidated for me. So I'm probably just going to, what's the call for SPY tomorrow? We'll figure it out when we get there. So recapping over today, looking into tomorrow. So today we had a ton of economic data coming in, which of course moved the market. We saw a ton of chop until Fed Powell spoke, in which he was actually a little bit more dovish, saying that essentially December could be the last rate hike, which is something that the market, I'm sure, is willing to price in. So it could be that December is actually where we see the market start to look up as a potential job market woes. And then tomorrow, that's kind of what we're looking at as well, because we had and he basically said, yeah, one report doesn't change. We're going to need to see more data backing this up. So tomorrow we've got unemployment claims, core PCE price index month over month. We've got the ISM manufacturing PMI. And then, of course, all of this data that we have, personal income, personal spending, it's not low impact when it's all in one day. So pretty much from the open, and I would say obviously 10 o'clock is where ISM manufacturing data comes in. That's market moving. But after that, it's kind of it. But it is December 1st. And then Friday, average hourly earnings month over month, norm farm payroll, employment change, and unemployment rate, which are all high impact data. Tesla took all my profit. I hope you weren't in shorts. Excuse me. My friend said they need this rally for hedge funds to show their clients gains. Eh. So what the fuck happened today? So let me explain a little bit about what happened in general today. And this is kind of what I was narrating previously. Did I expect it to rip as high as? I mean, really, I don't ever have much of any expectation when it comes to this kind of stuff, because it, like you saw today, it can go wild. But a lot of the times, and you'll see this, they'll rip things up a couple days before an event and then pull them right back down, and that will cause like whiplash. So you'll get a buildup of shorts. If you look at Tesla, right? Tesla was all bunched up for 3 or 4 days, stayed consolidated, sharing monies. What? Yeah, I could see that though for sure. Let's make them beans. He had that dope 407 call. I did not, but I did call. I did play Tesla for one of the weeklies. Went like well over 200% by the end of the day, but that was just a YOLO. And then I did enter December 9th and got like a good 50 to 60% gain on the original entry on that one. So, all right. Basically, and this is kind of in tune with what we talk about all the time in terms of knowing where buyers are at and knowing where sellers are at. So number one, this little zone from, I think this was Monday or Friday till today, we stayed choppy and consolidated. When you get that really, really, and and this is something that you could observe in your own trading. When you start losing money, it's really really crazy because it'll probably blow your mind when you hear it. When you start losing money is usually when the market starts chopping sideways, right? And when we don't need to be trading, as far as day traders, right? Um, then when people get pummeled too much and they lose their confidence, the market rips. And unfortunately, that's the kind of thing that will break a trader. So it's just kind of, it's not funny, but it's interesting to me that's how that works. But anyway, it's always in line, and it's obviously just a again, we work on all the time knowing when to trade, and we in our group, it may not be the right time for me to trade, but the right time for 10 other people to trade because they're scalping quickly. You know what I mean? So it all depends on the person. So but anyway, we took Tesla to the upside. This one did give us a nice break over 186, ripped all the way into its gap, and then we saw that the standard deviation channel was where it was kind of riding in, as you guys can see here. And so tomorrow, we talked about this yesterday. I'm not putting a cap on Tesla. But if we do not see a significant gap up, and I'm looking for an open at 196 or 196.45. That's not good. If you want to go up, you need to move a little bit higher than that. I'd like to see 197.50. If there's any other probability, it would be 197.50 or 193.50 for a gap down, and then that would be a little bit better to give us some of that momentum moving forward. Um, Bed pump is like earnings; it could go either way, so only you can play what you can afford to lose. No, it's not really like earnings. It's actually you can play the in our Discord. It is well documented that it's oftentimes the inverse move. We saw a quick pop, a drop. That drop kind of held for a second, and then they reversed it, ripped it right back up to the upside. So that's just a kind of a testament there. Um, yeah, we'll take a look at it. Thanks for the gifts. I appreciate that. If you guys don't mind tapping your screen, I appreciate you. Um, do I think your snow puts will? If you guys have any requests, make sure to drop them on the YouTube. Otherwise, I will get to those shortly. Pulling up my other phone really quick. No, I haven't. All right. So explain why you hold Tesla while it was going down. What do you mean? Because it didn't hit my stop loss. Um, there's just certain. Oh, while it pulled back after, and Tesla didn't have the same initial reaction, but um, I pulled back because I knew where it couldn't go. This is all everything that I do is just reliant and dependent on where the money is at, where mechanics in the market are at. It's not guesswork. It's not. I'm sorry, and I'll say this, you know, matter of factly. A lot of people get on here and they teach about candlesticks and all, and candlesticks are very important, right? But where candlesticks are very important, right? If you just play candlesticks, you're gonna get chewed to bits. You know what I mean? So like you see right here, there's a candlestick close right there, and that well that's indicative of an upside move. No, you need to find the point of control where sellers or buyers control that point. So if I know that it's going to rip to the upside, and then in order to get a little bit of liquidity or even just see profit taking, 187.65 was the previous ceiling. And if you go back over here, you'll notice that that was the ceiling 3 times or floor 3 times. So you are magic, pot pooter. Pooter. Wow. Wow. Thank you. If you guys don't mind, freaking lose it on the screen right now. I appreciate that very much. Alrighty, so going into tomorrow, there's really only one way to break this one down. We have a gap to fill here. We need to see Tesla. So take a look at this 4 hour. We need to see Tesla open up. Do you notice that not a single candle opens up above 196? Not a single solitary one. But that only gives us about 198 and possibly 200. If those are cleared, watch for 205 easy. And then at that point, this wedge would have, and we've talked about this wedge, right? And we've been watching this wedge, right? So we've got a wedge breakout here to the upside. Most of the time, wedges extend into channels of some sort, but we'll weigh that out when we get there. But for the most part, you can measure from the top to the bottom, and 50% of that pattern is going to give you about 220, right? And that's the median inside of the zone above you. But right now, the effort is to get up and out of here. So this big green zone right now, we need to get a open above 196.11. And so tomorrow, right? So I can give you the structure now, but I can't give you the play until tomorrow, until we see that open. So be sure to be live with me tomorrow morning. So yeah, Netflix. If you guys are on YouTube right now, go ahead and drop your requests. Start dropping those requests. I don't have everything is still in line. All targets and everything were hit. So Amazon, I was on the freaking money with this one, and I'm ready for a really nice move to around 104. Matter of factly, and that is all dependent on the market continuing to move to the upside. But I have a hard line at $98. We're going to be looking at a move into the 103, and there is a gap to fill on Amazon. 50% of that gap is 107.65, and that's where we're going to try and aim for. That it was also be close to a retest, and not only that, there is trend, right? And trend would have us possibly moving up into that 107. So I'm not just making that up. There's a confluence there, right? 50% of that gap, that floor right there, that's 107. So that's if we continue strong to the upside. If you guys are on TikTok, YouTube is the best place to view. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about this stupid piece of crap. I'm not mad at it. It bounced a little bit in after hours before pulling back again. I don't really play penny stocks, so what it doesn't. I'm up still as of right now. I'm still up significantly from my entry, so I'm not hard pressed. But I did add to this trade, so it is of interest to me to watch and obviously make a plan for both sides. So that being said, I'm going to give you guys a peek really quick. It appears that we are just dangling by a thread on Cosmos. Now I have a big wick out here, and I still thinking that we could see a bounce, but I do. This relies on the market rebounding tomorrow. So if there is any hard line or any mark where this does not hold up at all, is 50 cents. If they get a hold of 50 cents, if you're looking at Cosmos, or if you're heavy in Cosmos, which you shouldn't be because this is obviously just a kind of a medium sized play, I will cut it all. So, all right, moving on. MRO, still got my eyes peeled on this one, but it's stupid. It didn't do anything today. It just sat flat, waiting for oil news. So we're going to continue to do the same. All right, so if you guys have any requests, you guys know the deal. If you guys are on TikTok, tap your screen. I did see a couple of different requests. Obviously, we got Amazon. Looks like Netflix is on the list today. So I'm going to start with the daily just because I did chart this one a little bit earlier. Aha! Wow. Damn. Damn. Did anybody ask me for this? Somebody had to have asked me for this chart. 317, 317, and or just a simple retest of 330.26. Period. Wow, this thing was around 165, folks. That's crazy. Daddy 70 feet. What's up, man? I'm glad you're doing okay. So right now we've got the floor. So let me go ahead and give you guys kind of like the hard line of where things do not want to go. So obviously this zone right here, but this is going to be what's underneath you that you kind of want to stay away from. And that floor is going to be 280. Right now you've got and we'll get rid of this trend line, but it was valid, just tight. All right, so 292.80 on Netflix would be the area where you would want to hold. That's kind of where I'd be looking at Netflix to maintain anyway. Weekly time frame. I just want to take a look at this. So I would suspect that the fact that you did break back up into this zone, you are above the 50% mark here, which is 289 and 290. If you can just clear this wick, I don't see any reason why you shouldn't go for the gap fill and a proper retest of 335 and 336. So, all right, moving forward, we've got CTRA. What the hell is even that? That looks pretty bearish, whomever. Yeah, so that's some triangle here or pennant. Doesn't really matter. I don't really do the patterns, when it comes to. We just want to know where those buyers and those sellers are. So let me get back to the daily really quick. We're gonna tighten that chart up a little bit, right there, and we're gonna draw this down there, and we're going to find the area. And this is a tough chart, so I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to be tough for me to try and find this level, but I'm going to do it. All right, so right 29, 29.55. So it looks like, for the most part, I would say for the most part here on CTRA, 29.44. So what I see here is I see a doji candle close underneath that. I see a wick right there. I see candle, candle, wick, bounce, 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 breakout, breakdown, a bunch of consolidation right there. So I would say right now the ceiling is 28.45. The median would be 28.80, or excuse me, that's going to be 29 even. And then the top is 29.55. From there, if you can make it through that zone, I would suspect you've got $31 in the books. Why is this sitting right there? Damn it. Yeah, so it really all depends. Otherwise, this is one. So I'm giving you both sides of the coin. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So if this is truly the median, then a retest of even 29.55, right? A retest and rejection back down. And I would go ahead and mark it here. If I was looking to go short, I would be looking at 26.57. But then really seeing a true release below 25.27. So, all right. So somebody asked me for snow. We'll take a look at that real quick. I think I said something about this the last time I looked at it, and I mentioned how crazy the chart was, just in terms of lower time frame trend. What at the moment one could perceive this as a rounding top, or like just a rounded, bear flag grind down. But I'm not really going to take the time to try and force trend on something like this. The only thing that I see, and I know this is difficult for a lot of people to find, but you just kind of have to simplify that. There you go. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that with this big engulfment right here on snow, look for a candle, because you're currently really really up against the median. So look at right here. That is 141.50. That is a resistance that you dealt with today, and 148.10. So those would be two levels of concern on snow if you're going to continue to the upside. I use Trend Spider, guys, but don't go chasing. It doesn't. Each one has their own pros and cons. You just have to pick one. Suffer. Uh, yes, I can check one. All right, spy. Remember, guys, one at a time, please. Okay. Holy shit. So we're there. We made it. We're there. And now, do we break up and go and fill that gap to the upside? That is the question. Is the correction over? Is this a cycle? All big questions. So that is something that I mentioned last week, is that we just didn't hit it. We didn't get the whole move into that. And that's what you saw today. So big move right into. I'm gonna draw the top. I'm gonna top this out for you. So check this out. There's SPY. Listen, if it's top tier, or if it's trading view, it's all good. Go for it. No big deal. It's a good setup. I just chose not to. All right, so we are currently up against the floor. That is 408. Take a look right over here on. Oh, Jesus. Hold on one second. All right, there we go. So right now, you'll notice that the remainder of the gap is at 409.40. If you open up above that or in that, the floor that you must hold is the 407. Yeah, it looks like 407 even, or 407.35. So it would be necessary to break and hold, and that would be a break and downtrend. And if that is a break and downtrend, then I would be aiming for this gap on SPY all the way to 422. Yeah. Uh, SPY did gap fill, but it has another gap that it could go and fill. But it also is up against resistance, so this might be a historical short level. And here's the deal: don't fall back in there. Don't do that. All right, let's keep it moving, guys. That sickness is kind of getting me, or it's just creeping. I feel tired. So kind of like Apple, just didn't pull back out of it so much. Um, but AMD, all kind of bound up against resistance, pushed and closed its candle near that $78 mark, or 70. It looks like 77.25. So 77.25. So you got a good sandal sandal. You got a good candle close there. A lot of the times, I know you guys hear me say this all the time. Probably gonna split it in half. Read, dude. What? There's a gap on SPX to fill, so it might go down after. There's a gap to the up and the downside. Uh, yeah, I got you, man. But we'll see. No, yeah, it should be good. Yeah, I'm watching YouTube's stream right now. It's so fast. All right. Um, yeah, we're gonna go to about 9, guys. Again, I'm coming down with something. I don't know what it is, but I'm just exhausted right now. I've been exhausted all week trying to stay awake. All right, so we got AMD, we've got SQ, right? I charted this one this morning, and I know somebody was talking about it looking dumpy, but we talked about the fact that FOMC was basically right now or today. Um, all right, so here's my thoughts on this one right now. The current floor beneath you is 65.65. If you close a candle below 65, 65, and 65 even, this is likely to head back down. Um, in the same breath, I believe, yeah, that is correct. All right, so I believe that there's a possibility that with SQ's cooperation above 71 bucks, that you could be looking at a decent run into the 80.50s, which the 80.50s are marked right here. Perfect. Will Hoff method will wake you up. Look it up. I've known about Will Hoff method for, oh man, long time. I'm not about to do a bunch of breathing rituals on YouTube Live though. I could a cold plunge right now. Yeah, my eyes are super heavy, so I'm just gonna keep going until I can't. All right. Uh, I think we talked about this one as well yesterday. Jeez Louise. Oh no. Yeah, that certainly could be. All right, so if you're watching Disney tomorrow, check this out. I'm on the money on that one. That's a confluence. Took me a second, but Yeah, so 98.80, 98.80, and I would be looking for the $100 mark. What is the best time frame to look for a candle close in a day trade? Whatever time frame that you found the setup on, right? If you see an hourly time frame setup, then you need to be able to take it on the hourly. I will be. What's that? Winter hello. Um, yeah, guys, I did take a little bit of like medicine for congestion, so that probably not is helping. Or probably not helping. Sorry. But anyway, so if you see a 15-minute bull flag, then a lot of the times you need a 15-minute candle close. And what you look for is you look for a level where all candles close below a certain price mark target. And if it starts on the hourly where you see this level and goes all the way to the 5, you know that it's a considerable level, right? Just simply looking at, those three different time frames. So no problem. All right, let's do a few more, and then I'm gonna go ahead and we've got a few, about 4 or 5 more minutes. What else do we got right here? I felt like you 2 days ago and just went cold shower for 10 minutes, and I'm good now. Yeah, man, I might hit a cold shower. If I'm gonna do it, dude, I'm gonna do it though. I'm gonna go dunk. What's up? Haven't been on TikTok in a while. Just Discord. You have to make sure you got me on Discord, man. Yeah, get some rest. Would you average down on puts now? Hell no, dude. I would have hedged myself. Steve on Guinness. Labu, looking for her to break up from a descending wedge and consolidation zone it's been in since September. Yo, I love those type of messages. When you guys give me what you already have broken down, that's what's up, man. That should just woke me up a little bit. All right, let's take a look. I like being able to find and see what other people see. That is a very large wedge, my friend. That I would, you might be talking about even lower. I'm gonna show you what I got, man, because this one's pretty straightforward. Check it out. We've got a heavy consolidation zone. The ceiling right here is at 805, 806. The floor right now below you is $6. If I was shorting, uh, really simple. I'd be looking for Labu down to $4.38. And if I was trying to take Labu long, you guys can see that the next stopping point is right here at 985. So I think we still could be bullish, but a lot of the times the day after FOMC, they will rip everything, all the gains that were made, all the losses that were made, they'll rip it right back up in people's faces. So um, Tesla paid good today. It did. Have a good one. Feel better. What happened to my other account? I shit talked myself off of it. Make sure to go through my videos and follow my new account. So, all right, it is basically 9 o'clock, guys. I think I got everything. Yeah, AMD. Everything from the Discord. Um, I will be on live tomorrow morning. I'll try to be as early as possible. Hopefully, I feel a little bit better. But you guys have a wonderful night. Sorry for the absences this week, or just the not lives. As I've been, I got a thick blanket of immunization happening at the moment, so I'm not super sick. I just feel like I'm in hot dog water. You know what I mean? You guys know it. You guys have all been in hot dog water, right? You've gotten darker. Yeah, man. It's metamorphosis. All right, peace out, guys. Ooh, too late.